Okay, guys, this full disclosure is going to be on the more less possible side of what I'm going to be doing for this monster party. I don't know what I am going to do for the full party at the time of recording, but obviously you guys can see ahead. Unless I do change something in the description, I'm not sure yet. Or depending when you see this. But in any case, yep, this is going to be Baumrem taking on the Magmen by themselves. And in order to do that, I had to grind a lot, but because grinding can get a little bit too hard with the area that we are in, I use cheat codes to increase the experience rate so that we can get through this a little bit faster, and I over-level Baumrem big time. He is level 42. He needs to be level 42 to even have a chance to get through this, just so you guys know. And you have to get the ideal circumstances to get this to work too, so it is, like I said, very difficult. So you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit on this one. Also, there are other party members that I have along with us, because they were the people that I used to help level him up. Because I wanted a full party, but like I did make sure that the hero didn't gain any of that experience. So just letting you know, that's what I did. But for the fight, we're only going to be using Baumrem. As you can see, he's basically level fucking 42, and even then, it's still such a chancy thing. But he's got all of his skills. I really wish Lightning cast lightning spells, lightning element, but sadly it counts as the same element as Bang, which the Magmen resist. If it counted as zap levels of elements, then it would have actually been great, and Baumrem would not have to be at this level. But let's go over our items. These are the best equipment that you can get hit for them right now. Steel Fangs, Iron Cuirass, and Iron Helmet. That's all you can get. After this fight, we'll have access to his best armor, though, which will be the Flowing Dress. In my opinion, best armor anyway, because you actually get breath resistance then. But yeah, it is terrible. So this is more of a gimmick run for Monster Party 15, if anything, sort of gimmick. But I wanted to use Baumrem, and I figured I may as well use it on the last natural fight I can have with the Magmen before I start doing trick runs with other characters, or repeated characters. I threw the crude image on and Bianca's ribbon for shits and giggles, but really I should probably fill it with medicinal herbs. But whatever, we're not going to bother doing that. So we're going to try this out. If it doesn't work out, I will show you the failed run before we retry with the successful one. So why don't we go ahead and get this started. And you're going to see why this is extremely hard, because, yeah, Baumrem does not have any good resistances. Now, there is something I did not include in this strategy that I could have done, and that's the Zizwiz Pillow. But in any case, it's boss time against some Magmen. The very first thing we're going to do is Pack a Punch. Now, we could use the Zizwiz Pillow to have a small chance to put everyone to sleep, just like we did in some previous runs. Well, that sucks. Now we're just going to attack. They're doing too much Fire Breath. I think this is a failed run already. I also used some stat seeds, by the way. Resilience and... we're just going to keep attacking. Resilience and Life Seeds were the only things I put on him, just to increase his stats even further. Alright, we have one more... Okay. Now, we have to pray. The biggest thing is getting rid of all the others right away. We're going to basically use every single medicinal herb we have just to get through this fight. But this is why I say this is not really a feasible fight to be doing, but it's what I'm left with, and I figured this would be kind of fun to do. And I think that's all of them. This is where having the extra medicinal herbs would be good. But now, you want to use War Cry. Not War Cry. Oh, fuck. I might have screwed this up, guys. Focus Strength. I might have screwed this up. But, yep, we were okay. If the Magmen didn't just attack and instead use the Fire Breath, we would have been screwed. I fucked that up, but whew. But yeah, that's how you get through this. Somewhat with just Baumrem. Now, I will admit though, the Zizwiz Pillow could make this more feasible at a lower level, but you'd be trying so many times to get the snooze to work. And Magmen have like a 66% chance to resist it, so it'd be even more luck-based. So this is the closest I can get to Surefire. And again, I used up all the Strength Seeds and Resilience Seeds I've collected throughout this whole save file. So, yeah, this was tricky. But now, we're done with that. And hopefully the next fights will be easy, though even then, I still don't think it'll be easy. We still have some hard fights ahead of us. And I'm hoping I don't need to super duper max out Baumrem, but Baumrem can max out at 99. So let's see how high level Baumrem has to be to get through this, and how many stat seeds I have to get through alone before I get to the ideal party members I want. If I don't use the ideal ones, I'll let you know as soon as I add a party member that I was not including. Anyway, that's enough me of blathering. See you at the rite of passage, I think? Alright guys, we have yet another solo Baumrem battle here. And I once again had to level him the fuck up. So, this is where he's at right now, at level 71. I needed him this high up for all of his HP, and actually, I just realized I did not heal him up. But I needed either his HP to be higher or his strength to be higher, so I used the cheats again, and we raised his level up like mad. So, that's why we're here. We already know his skills and all that, but just focus strength, disruptive wave, war cry, lightning. This one's hard because the guy hits hard, and Baumrem still doesn't have very good defense right now. I think I might have used up some stat seeds. I don't remember. No, I did not in this case. We still have a couple that I picked up along the way here. So, they're there just in case, but generally they're only going to be a little bit of help. And also, if I keep having to level up Baumrem, he's already going to hit his 255 strength max. I might want to save those seeds. Some of those seeds, at least. Resilience seems to be the one that he really lacks, though. Alright, now for items, he doesn't need much because, honestly, if we don't kill fast, we die. So, here he's got a Fire Claw now. The Flowing Dress is his best armor for the rest of the game, pretty much. Iron Helmet is going to be his best hat for a while, at least until Gen 3? Yeah, until Gen 3. I think the Fire Claw is the same deal, too, for weapon-wise, if I'm not mistaken. Ribbon doesn't matter, crude image doesn't really matter, I just threw it on there. And one Pack the Punch is very much necessary. Everything else here was just for the way up here. Mostly for any instant death spells or spells coming at him. But it's not important for this fight. Anyway, why don't we go ahead and get this started. If we lose, don't worry, I will show you the winning run afterwards. Because we still can lose, even at this level. Yeah, Baumrem is not meant to be soloing. He needs to heal the person to heal him. Here we go. But I'm just going to fast forward this part, because it's boss time, or mini-boss time, against Robin Hood. I found out his HP doesn't reflect accurately on the wiki when I checked, because at the time it said he had 1040. However, when you power up, focus strength, I wasn't able to beat him in 2 rounds. 734, very good. Now we got to focus strength one more time. He actually has 1450 or so, and I had to do that. There we go. I had to check that out by looking at my past videos where we fought Robin Hood, and and where the battles where Robin Hood never used mid-heal is how I got to find out whether or not how much HP he had, and I did the math and everything. So, if you want to check it, you can feel free to check out some of the past runs, but that's it for this fight. Next up are the pawns, which hopefully I don't have to level up any more than this, but we'll see. I'll see you there. Alright, it's time for the pawn fights. These are going to be mostly pretty easy. I didn't level up any further, but this is just my item setup, just so you guys can see. I have 3 packs of punches, 1 for each of the bosses coming up. Thanks to our HP, these fights are actually not going to be too bad. But again, we're like friggin' level 71, so it's a little sad, but we're going to be going through these pretty fast. So, let's go for Pawn 1. Alright, so, not that it's super necessary, but I'm going to go ahead and put the Zenithian Shield on because he casts his sap. And I'd rather not have him lose more HP than necessary. So we're going to power up, we're going to focus strength, and then we're going to attack. Because of how high our attack is now, it is worth powering up after each attack usually. So, just letting you know. Anyway, I'll meet you over at Pawn 2, because it's going to be pretty fast. And it's Pawn 2. Again, I didn't even bother healing. I'm going to Zinthine Shield to get the magic attacks off of us because we don't have any resistance to that. We're going to power on up. Then we're going to focus strength. And attack. He's already mid-healing. That's how bad it was. I'll focus strength again. It's okay if he decides to heal himself again because we'll outdo it. And there you go. Another one down. Like I said, these will be pretty fast. Kon being probably the only exception. I guess I shall see you there. Sorry, the computer just went a little weird there. And it's boss time against Kon the Knight. First things first, since Monsters gets auto-revived here, I'm gonna put him in the front so he takes the more damage. And he's just gonna be using items that I threw in his inventory. For starting off with Baumrem, we're gonna put the Zenithian Shield up, just to keep magic off of him. Keep showing off that wedding veil, even though your wife's right next to you. Packs a punch yourself. There you go. He's indestructible. Nara does the thing. And here we go. Okay, showing off that wedding veil, and at this point, it's time to focus strength. Oh, nice. Monsters may survive this fight, and that's fine. It's not the end of the world. It really doesn't matter what level monsters ends up at. We're just not gonna we're not gonna use them, that's all. Focus up again. And attack. And that's it. Yeah, that's how broken the set of fights got. But that's only because of Baumrem's level. Now, after this, I think we'll be able to pick up our second party member that I intended. I'm not positive, though. But we'll see. In any case, I will see you there. Oh, right. I forgot about the experience. Oh, but it was Baumrem that leveled up. I thought it was monsters. But okay. Alright, guys. We're now at the first Generation 3 fight, which is going to be against Slon the Rook. And we also have our new party member, Dwight, finally. And Dwight is not good. He's so... Just look at his stats. I had to get him up to this level just for him to stand a chance against some of the enemies here. And that's with the best gear I could possibly get him to. It's ridiculous. He is naturally fast. That isn't his current agility because I gave him the meteorite bracer. But it is pretty fast. It's over 120 something. So, is it 120? Yeah, over 120 something. But his resilience is pretty bad. His HP is on the low side. Around this level, he should be doing much more. He should be having much more HP. But sadly, yeah, he does not get that. And his leveling growth is kind of slow too. Now, he doesn't have as much experience as Baumrem, but yeah, look at how much experience he's at right now. That's about, what is that, 50 liquid metal slimes or so? Yeah. So, it's ridiculous. And no, I did use I'm taking a lot of liberal use of experience cheats for this run because there's so much grinding. It is way too much. Now, Dwight does learn some useful skills, but sadly, he doesn't learn some until very late. Like, right now, he has mid-heal, heal, and drain magic and frenzy. Frenzy is not very useful. Nose for treasure is only good for if I forget about a treasure chest that I missed or something. Eventually, he does learn oomph, but it's like level 50 or 60 or something like that he learns it. And by then, we'll probably have the drum, you know? But for now, he is at a usable amount of experience, or level, whatever you want to call it. And I do have to protect him a little bit because he is fragile, though. He's not even a glass cannon because he doesn't really have that great of attack. I gave him the best weapon right now, which is the Metal King Sword that's available, I mean. And he's still not doing that much damage. He's doing a decent amount of damage, but that's about it. So, yeah, Dwight's not that much better either. But anyway, let's go over our item setup for this, but mostly it's going to be for Ladja eventually. I have the Metal King Sword on Dwight, because that's the best I can give him at this time. Same with the Flame Armor. Metal King Sword is the highest attack weapon, but it's not the best, because we all know that the Blizzard Blade is the best for later on. But for now, that's going to work. The Flame Armor is workable. I could give him the Hades armor instead to give him more breath resistance and more defense, but I don't like him being so slow yet. For now, he's going to stick around like this. Hades helmet's his best helmet. I do have a liquid metal shield as well, or king metal shield, or whatever it is, but I decided to leave the dragon shield on. He can survive with this, but it is good for those times when physical attacks are too hard on him. And Meteor Bracer, because, well, I want him to go first, usually. He's got a fairy foil for this fight, which he's going to be abusing almost anytime we use him, it seems like, right now. He's got the Zenithian shield that's going to be later for Ladja, probably the Yigdu, same thing. But a Paxa Punch, Elfin Elixir for when he runs out of MP eventually, and some Yigleaves. Also, Baumrem's upgraded a little bit. He's got a Happy Hat now and an Icicle Dirk, which is very good weapon at this time, at least. Still got the Flowing Dress and Crude Image. We also picked up an Elfin Charm over in Fairy Lay, but we also have a Staff of Salvation, which I gave Baumrem because, well, it's basically mid-heal, and Dwight already has mid-heal, so I figured, you know, having two people with capabilities of healing works. And then, of course, Fairy Foil, Yigleaves, Elfin Elixirs, and Paxa Punches. This is probably the most setup I've ever had to do for Slon, but since we're introducing a new character, I figured it's important. Anyway, why don't we just jump in on this fight? Because Slon is not too hard, but we still have to work for it. So, it's boss time against Slon the Rook. And first things first, we're going to double up Baumrem's attack, and we're going to Fairy Foil Dwight. That's okay, and then after that, we're going to Fairy Foil Baumrem, and you're going to Fairy Foil again, because right now you're okay. This guy only attacks, so this is fine. And give it one more defense up. You as well. You're maxed out on your defense. And now Baumrem can go ahead and focus strength, and you can now Paxa Punch yourself. Good. You attack, you go ahead and just heal yourself. That's some very good damage. Go ahead and focus. Go ahead and you can actually attack. We're in okay HP range right now. Yeah, just keep attacking. Frenzy's... I could try to Frenzy, but Frenzy apparently has a resistance of some sort. So some enemies only take 1 damage from it, which I assume all enemies do. I didn't look it up how much, what does what, but it's like some sort of like... I think it's rooted to Kamikaze maybe or something. Oh, I already focused strike. You go ahead and attack. Go ahead and mid-heal Baumrem. And there you go. Nice and easy. The explanation took longer than the fight itself. Next up is Ladja, which is also possible, but Dwight still might go down. We'll see, though. I'll see you there, though. Okay, guys, we're at Ladja, and I found out something interesting, though I think I found this out in a previous monster party and may have forgotten about it. But in this fight, you don't want Baumrem on the Icicle Dirk. You want him on the Fire Claw, especially if you put Paxa Punch on him and Focus Strength on. I did some tests, and when it's the Icicle Dirk, my top damage was 347, with my lowest being 320, but with the Fire Claw, I ranged anywhere from 369, nice, up to 459. It has a wider range. And this is because Ladja has 100% resistance to Crackle, which is what the Icicle Dirk is running on elemental-wise. And the Fire Claw, I think, is running either Frizz or Sizz, one of the two, but he has the same resistance of those of only 20%. So I believe that's why Fire Claw ends up doing it better for this. So make sure you use Fire Claws on anybody that you use if they can equip it, or an Icicle Dirk, if those are like the choices or something, you know? Only for this fight, or fights that, you know, going forward, you're better off where the enemy, you know, resist one more than the other, or less. If they're equal, don't worry about it. You go with the highest damaging one, which would be the Icicle Dirk. Wanted to mention that anyway. I'm not going to show it off in battle, though. Just trust me on this. This is our item supplies, which is about the same as last time here. Nothing really of note, so why don't we go ahead and get started with this fight. This one can take a little bit of time, but I'm not too worried. Anyway, it's boss time against Ladja. So, first things first, you're going to Paxa Punch, and you are going to Zenithian Shield, so the Caprizo doesn't affect it. Double Caprizo will 100% kill Dwight, but it won't kill Baumrem thanks to his health. And now we're going to do the fairy foil fun. You know, if you want to, you could also have Dwight or Baumrem Disruptive Wave Bishop Ladja to stop him from doing much now. But there's only 2 of them right now, so we're better off just focusing on our defenses for now. That's fine. 1 more from each of them, and they're done. Okay, and now at this point, he's going to focus strength, and Dwight is basically going to be a healer. That's fine. You have to heal yourself this time. 428, nice. Okay. This is a case where, unfortunately, we don't want to focus strength. We're going to have them both heal themselves. Yeah, it's all bounce is going to be wearing off soon anyway. That's why I thought of that. Go ahead and heal yourself again, and you go ahead and Zooting Shield. Yep. Okay. Now we want to just double heal on Baumrem just to get him up ahead. Dwight's at a not so nice 69 HP. Heal yourselves each. Yeah, things like this can get sucky because we don't have a very good way of healing. If we can end the round with Baumrem staying in the 300s, we're good. Alright, do 1 more twin heal. Okay. I think we're good. You could focus strength, and you could just keep healing. Okay. You attack, and heal yourself. Because I figured bounce might wear off. That might be a good time to do it. Yeah, that's why we don't want no bounce on... We want bounce to stay on Dwight. Alright, you're going to heal him while you bounce it up. Good. Now you can focus strength, and you can heal. But yeah, the reason why focus strength is so important is because it gives you a little bit of extra damage when there's a multiplier involved, which the Icicle Dirk and Fire Claw both have. Now, I don't know if it's enough to be over the Orichalcum, what is it? Orichalcum Fangs, but it's something. Something to think about. I'll test it out in the later. Alright, you can attack and you heal. Of course, Baumrem is absurdly over-leveled right now, so that's why he seems much more useful. But that's okay. He couldn't do this by himself, that's for sure. Alright, I think I'm going to actually rebounce instead of heal. Good hit. Keep focus strengthening, and you heal yourself now. And you can attack. But yeah, it's basically let Baumrem do the damage. And Dwight can be a okay healer. At least he didn't double Caprizzle. I think I focused strength last. Yes. Alright. You can focus strength. Dwight's okay right now. Oh, bounce wore off. He might be dead. That's why we don't buff up Dwight. Alright. I forget if I focused strength last time. You know what? Just attack and Dwight pray. Yes, I did. Okay. Alright. This is a case where we're going to probably Yigdu instead. So why don't you go ahead and focus strength and use that Yigdu up. And that's okay. You attack. You can put your bounce on. And there we go. Yeah, like I said, Dwight is not that good. I imagine he could be an interesting, like, someone recommended me to use a DS, the Dragon Quest V DS editor to maybe put characters in different spots. I wonder if I could replace the hero with Dwight or something, just to see if you start with him, if it would be worthwhile, because he does start at level 1. He has very low HP. I wonder if that would make things harder. That's something to look into if I can get into that. But anyway, that's it for Ladja. Next up, we got to see if Bjorn is possible. I think he might be, but I'm not positive. See you there.